What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it popping, baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, or my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Sagittarius, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. But hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-Friday to you. Just want to mention, guys, I do have a couple more spots left if you're interested in a personal reading with me. So if that is the case and you're interested in personal services, products, and so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get started. Starting out here with Team Sagittarius, let's see what we got going on. And hey, Jennifer, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Hope all is well. So let's see what's going on here for Team Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on for the Saggy? Messages here for Team Sagittarian. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Saggy, overall energy here for you is going to be the Two of Cups. So you could be connecting here possibly with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Four of Swords. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Emperor. And then taking a look at the outcome for Sagittarius, we also do have here the King of Wands. Okay, as far as what I'm seeing for Sagittarius, you could be connecting, by the way, here with an Aries potentially, so keep that in mind. Now we have here right now the Two of Cups to the Four of Swords. You could be definitely taking a break here from some sort of connection, whether this is about taking a break from a family member, a friend, a loved one. Kind of feels to me like at this moment in time, you're just taking a break from some sort of relationship overall. Having a look at what it is you're dealing with the Emperor. Now, I definitely get the sense here, Sag, probably one of the reasonings behind this is you're trying to show somebody that you do have power. I almost kind of get the feeling here for Sag is like you could be connecting with somebody who maybe tries to make you feel like they're more dominating or that they're the ones that can overpower you. It's almost like you're giving somebody a bit of a taste of their own medicine where it's like, listen, you're going to draw back, pull back, and they're going to start to understand how it feels when you don't talk to them as much or when you're fickle or when you're finicky, because it kind of feels to me like you're connecting with somebody here who they, whenever they want, can make themselves completely unavailable, but you can't have a problem with it. But now it's like you're going to make yourself unavailable, and it seems to me like it's going to be the reverse effect where they start to have a problem with that. So it's almost like you're giving somebody here a taste of their own medicine. You're showing somebody how it feels when they're unavailable to you because you're now making yourself unavailable to them. Looking at the outcome here for you, we do have here the King of Wands. King of Wands is kind of like you sitting back, relaxing, and watching everything unfold. Taking a look here at who you're dealing with, Ten of Swords reversed here, Five of Swords in the reverse position as well. Yeah, it's like person you're dealing with doesn't have intentions of walking away from you or anything of that nature, but Hangman card here to the Hierophant, it's like whenever they want to walk away or whenever they want to take space from you, Sag, they do it unapologetically. But now that you're coming from a space when you decide to do it back to them, this person suddenly feels like you're doing something wrong. So it's an interesting message, Sag, but I kind of feel like the message here is giving somebody a taste of their own medicine, if you will. You know, you're dealing with somebody who makes themselves pretty actively unavailable, and now you're going to make yourself unavailable back to them. And I think they're going to get a full understanding of how that feels. Okay, so of course, Sag, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. If it's not your story, absolutely no worries. But yeah, this could be anybody, by the way, too. Friend, family member, or a lover, you know, anybody that you're connecting with or dealing with here at this time. But it does look to me like you're taking a break from somebody here who makes themselves way too actively emotionally unavailable from you or even physically unavailable here as well. Okay? All right, Sag, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right? Thank you, Sag, for tuning in. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. So we did start out with fire for today. We're going to go ahead and do fire, water, air, earth. By the way, just want to say hello to everybody. Hello, Emily. How's it going? Thank you for tuning on in. Jennifer said, how weird. I legit just clicked on your page thinking, when is Aunt going to post this? And then now you're here. Well, that's what's up. Thank you for coming on in. How are you? What's going on, Singing Rockstar? Hey, Leslie. Hey, Jennifer Hugh. You said happy 420 from Denver. Happy 420 to you guys as well, for those of you that partake. And of course, what's going on, Iddy and Mars Queen Marlene? What's poppin'? You said, hey, Ant and Soul fam. Hope you're doing fantastic. Many blessings to you as well. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and do a super simple lineup today. So we started out here with our Sagittarius. So we're going to go fire, water, air, earth, going into the water. Let's have a look here at the Pisces. What's going to be popping here for the fish? Messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information's rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my beautiful Pisces peeps, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, baby. Hopefully all is well. Starting out with the overall energy for you, you do have here a King of Swords in reverse, so you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Looking into your current energy, Eight of Swords, what it is you're dealing with, we have here the Page of Swords in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, Piscean, is going to go ahead and be the Hangman, which is a card that represents the zodiac of Pisces. So let's talk about it for you guys. For your next 24 hours, King of Swords reversed here, Eight of Swords in the upright. Kind of feels like you might possibly be having a little bit of a day where you feel kind of stuck inside your head, Pisces. I mean, looking at what you're dealing with, Page of Swords reversed, not really wanting to talk to anybody, not really wanting or wishing to communicate. You're kind of keeping to yourself. So it does feel like you're in hermit mode a little bit, but it also kind of feels like you're stuck inside your head. Looking at the outcome here, the Hangman, yeah, something pretty specific seems to be on your mind, and it seems like something's not getting off of your mind anytime soon. So right now you don't really feel like you have this energy to kind of move on from a situation, because something seems to be really keeping you stuck moving into the next 24 hours. World in reverse showing up here. We also have here the Seven of Cups. You might be thinking about unfinished business. That might be what's on your mind. So it could be unfinished business between friends, lovers, etc. It also could be that maybe you're overwhelmed, Pisces. Seven of Cups could represent that you have a lot going on. And because you feel so overwhelmed, you don't really know how to fix everything all at once. But remember, you can't take on the world all at once. You have to take everything one step at a time. Strength card showing up here for you. So if you're a Pisces and you feel like you're facing many challenges right now, or if you're a Pisces and you have something very specific on your mind in the next 24 hours and you just feel like, I don't know, I just need to kind of sit in my own energy and be by myself because I feel like super duper overwhelmed, my best advice for you is take a deep breath, right? As best as you can, take a deep breath, try to calm yourself and calm your nerves as much as you can. But most importantly, remember, you can't take on the world all at once. You have to take everything one step at a time. So for any Pisceans that feel overwhelmed, take a look at one thing and one thing only, work on one thing at a time, and then over time, you're going to be able to release everything that you're dealing with here. So let's say that you got a bunch of things to deal with, a bunch of problems, focus on one problem at a time, take it easy, don't take on the entire world because it's not going to help you. It's going to go against you instead if you try to take on the entire world. Now, if you're just overthinking, for some Pisces, that could be the case for your next 24 hours. If you're just overthinking, my advice always for people that are feeling this energy is to just literally let your mind think. The more that you try to tell yourself, stop overthinking, your mind doesn't register stop, it registers overthinking, so it's going to continue to do so. So if you're a Pisces and you're caught inside your head in the next 24 hours, let your brain roam free. Let it think about whatever it needs to, and inevitably, your brain will move on to something new. Okay? All right, though, Pisces, of course, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning on in nonetheless, okay? All right, my Piscean peeps, let's keep it popping, pushing. And moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our water, jumping into the air. Let's have a look here at the Gemini. What's going on here for Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Team Gemini, we're going to get ourselves 2 more shuffles over here, and we shall see what is up. Messages for Gemini in the next 24 hours. Let's take a look. Starting out with the overall energy for you. What do we got? And we got here a 5 of Pence in the reverse position. Taking a look here at your current energy. 8 of Wands. Taking a look at what you're dealing with. Queen of Pentacles. And then looking at the outcome for you. The Temperance. Cool. Sagittarius energy showing up. Some of you guys could be connecting with a Saggy at this moment in time. Now, Five of Pentacles reversed here to the Eight of Wands. You're getting out of a place of feeling left out in the cold. It does feel to me like if you haven't communicated to somebody, you're getting back in touch with them here with the Eight of Wands. So you're talking to somebody again, you're communicating to somebody again. I still get the feeling here though, Gems, it's like, if you've isolated yourself from somebody, or if you've isolated yourself from people in general, you kind of did that for the purpose of taking care of yourself. Queen of Pentacles, right? You needed to take care of yourself. My Queen of Pentacles definition for me is usually like the card of self-care. So I feel like Geminis, you've recently kind of come out of hermit mode, but you're still like making sure that you're prioritizing yourself first. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like, I want to make sure I'm happy, content, and good before I really start focusing on giving my energy to other people and other things. So you're not completely kept to yourself anymore. You're coming back into the world again. You're being open, you're not being in hermit mode, but at the same time, you're still making sure you're the priority. And that's okay. You know, Gemini, if you still need to prioritize yourself at this time, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I definitely get that feeling of like, listen, I needed to take some time away from everyone. Maybe everybody's energy was draining. Maybe everything that was going on was overwhelming. I've been feeling like collectively, a lot of people have certainly been dealing with overwhelming energies. So if that's been you, Gemini, you're like, I needed space from everybody, but I'm back, but I'm still making sure that I am protecting myself, my boundaries, and my energy. And if there's anything that's showing up at this time that makes me feel uncomfortable, you know, I'm going to put my energy first and make sure that I'm protected and not invest in anything I don't want to. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling here for you guys moving into your next 24 hours, you know? For sure, for sure. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, on the flip side, for some other Geminis that are watching this reading, Five of Pentacles reverse could be about you coming out of the cold with someone. So what might be happening here is that if you and somebody haven't chatted in a while, if you and somebody have been in kind of like a bit of a weird space, you might be coming back into communication with them, but you're not treading, like you're not, how do I say this? It's like you're not completely open and trusting of them. It's kind of like you're walking on eggshells a little bit, or you're treading very lightly around this individual. I think you're just being very careful is what I see for some of you. So if you haven't been in contact with somebody for a while, maybe you're talking to them again, you're not fully overcommitting into them, over-investing, and you're also not fully trusting this individual. You're making sure you're keeping an eye out on them. All right, is what I'm seeing for a few of you guys as well. Okay. All right, Gemini, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you also so much for tuning on in here nonetheless, okay? All right, Gems, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So real quick, everybody, give me 1 second just to fix something on my screen. Dun, dun, dun. Let me go ahead and fix this real fast. Protagonist said, Anthony, thank you so much for the valuable advice and the Libra reading. Always much appreciated. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate that as well. Also, Julia, hello. How's it going? Shelro, hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing, man? Eclipse Chaser, good afternoon to you as well. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, if you guys got the notification late, don't worry. It was like the 3 video thing today. So I did 3 videos, and whenever you upload 3 videos for YouTube, for some reason, notifications suck. So thank you guys for those of you that came in. And for those that will come in later, thank you for coming in too. Okay. So far we did our fire, we did our water, we did our air. We're going to move into earth signs in just a second. Going well for you today? I'm happy to hear that. I'm doing pretty good personally too. Today's been an interesting day. I'm not gonna lie. Today I'm tired, but it's been pretty solid. Can't complain. Energetically though, feeling like very exhausted on a physical level, right? Energetically feeling good though. So hopefully you guys are feeling great. Hopefully you guys are feeling physically rested though, because especially with that solar eclipse energy, it's a little taxing on the physical, a little taxing there. Yeah, for sure. All right, though, guys, let's hop on into it, though. All right, we're going to go on into the Earth sign now. Let's have a look here at the Taurus. Let's see what's going on for the Bull Gang. All right. Well, what do we got rolling up here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Mojo said, Ant, did you get my message? Thank you for the amazing private reading. You're really welcome. And in reference to your message, I'm not so sure. Let me know. Did you send an email or did you comment on the video? If you comment on the video or email, I'll check it out. But sometimes if it's an email, sometimes it goes to the spam folder, so I might have to check it over there. But let me know. I'll check it out. But you're welcome. It was a good reading. I was happy to read for you. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. All right, Taurus, what do we got going on for you guys in the next 24 hours? You had a Hermit card come out. Hermit energy showing up here, I don't feel is in reference to the typical, I'm going to isolate and distance myself. Hermit energy here kind of feels like you're gaining some sort of wisdom, right? Because when we look at the Hermit's Merlin, right? Wise, very, very wise energy. So I think you're gaining some wisdom in the next 24 hours. It doesn't feel like isolation. I feel like you're proving yourself right is also something that I'm hearing too. Let's go ahead and take a look. Taking a look at the overall energy, Two of Swords, looking at your current energy, the Lovers, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the High Priestess. There it is. And then looking at the outcome for you, Queen of Wands. Yeah, so proving yourself right. There's the High Priestess card. So High Priestess is all about intuition. It's all about listening to your gut feeling. So Taurians, I feel like a gut feeling of yours is about to come true. You were like, man, I was right all along. Taking a look here at the overall to the current, Two of Swords to the Lovers. So I feel like you've been pretty indecisive on whether or not you could trust somebody that you do feel pretty damn connected to. I think that for the longest time, you've kind of had this gut feeling within you that maybe you couldn't trust somebody, but I feel like you're going to be uncovering exactly the reasoning behind that. The wisdom you're gaining in the next 24 hours with the Hermit is that maybe the feeling of untrustworthiness wasn't necessarily that the person you were dealing with was untrustworthy, but maybe it came from the form factor of dealing with so many untrustworthy people in your life. Maybe it dealt with the repercussion of dealing with untrustworthy people in the past, which has caused you to kind of feel hesitant to trust people going forward. I think you're recognizing it's not that the person I was dealing with wasn't a person I can trust, but it's because I was so used to people breaking my trust that it made me feel like I shouldn't trust anyone. I think you're uncovering that kind of truth in the next 24 hours, and intuitively you've been picking up on it for quite some time. And that's not an easy thing to, let alone experience, but most importantly admit. It's not easy to admit, the reason I didn't trust this person wasn't because they're untrustworthy. It's just because people gave me trust issues. It's not easy to admit that. Point blank period. Been in that spot many times in my life. I've had tons of trust issues in my life based upon the people that have burned me and the people I've burned bridges with. And in new connections, I used to be very, very much so known to not trust people at all, to be very nervous, to be very scared. And then until I realized I was projecting, then that's when my life started changing. Because I had to sit there and take responsibility for a second of like, wait, I'm not giving all these people I'm connecting with, the new individuals in my life, a clean slate. I'm bringing the past into the present. And it was wisdom that I needed to hear, but it was also wisdom that my ego wasn't ready for. So it took me a while to understand it. It took me a while to let my ego break down and be like, listen, Ant, you're projecting, right? It took me a while to see that. So I do feel for Taurians in the next 24 hours, you're kind of picking up on this. You're like, listen, my intuition's been telling me this for a while, and I need to embrace the fact that, okay, maybe I was standing in the way here at this time. Maybe I was the one pushing these trust issues into this person when they don't necessarily have any sort of, mistrust or anything of that nature at all. So I think you're coming to that conclusion here. And it's not easy. It shatters the ego when we think like that, Yeah, Hermit card. You're becoming aware of this. This is the wisdom showing up to you in the next 24 hours. So, of course, Taurus, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, right? It's not going to resonate to every Taurus out there, but if it does happen to be your story here at this time, I'm happy and I'm proud of you. It doesn't take, it takes a lot to sit there and be like, listen, I'm projecting. It takes a lot for a person to sit there and say that. And for the fact that you're realizing that and you're taking a step back and just saying, listen, it's time to really connect with the person I love, give them the benefit of the doubt and, let go of my past and become empowered. That's a really beautiful message. I like it, Taurus. Cool. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, listen, I know there might be some Tauruses in the comment section that are like, well, Ant, the person I'm dealing with, I can't trust because they're untrustworthy. Okay? If your situation isn't about recognizing you're projecting, if you aren't projecting, it's not your story. But if you are, then you're certainly becoming aware of this. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our first batch of Zodiacs for the daily reading here today. We're going to hop on into our next batch in just a sec. Real quick, I want to see, did Mojo respond? It was a DM? Okay, so I'll give it a check out. I'm assuming DM was via Instagram, so I'll give it a check out, Mojo, but thank you. I'm going to go ahead and look at that after the live stream, okay? But hello, everybody. That was spot on for you, Jennifer. Okay, at least it resonated to somebody. I felt like every Taurus was about to be like, no, that message sucks. It don't resonate. So glad it resonates to somebody here for sure. All right, though, guys. So we finished up our first batch. Going back into fire. Let's have a look here today at the Ram Fam. What's going on here for Aries, baby? Messages here for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. You did have a Page of Cups come out, or sorry, a Page of Swords come out. Aries, I want to say there could be somebody keeping an eye on you. There could be somebody like watching you. Look at who's looking at all your shit. What do I mean by that? Look at Snapchat, Instagram. Who's viewing every story you post? All right, that's probably the person keeping an eye on you or stalking you. But I don't think it's for negative reasons because it doesn't feel negative. Someone likes you probably if they're doing this. They're trying to get to know you more, but they're not very like slick. Like they make it very obvious they're like looking at your social media. Okay, is just what I want to say here for Aries. Nonetheless, let's get down to business and see what is going on. Okay, taking a look here at the overall energy here for Aries. What do we got? And we have here the 5 of Wands. Now this is stress. All right, we'll see what the stress is about in a second. Looking at the current energy, nice. Tower in reverse, what you're dealing with here, Lovers, and then the outcome for you, 8 of Cups showing up here at this time as well. Yeah, Aries, I think that if you're dealing with stress at this time with people you truly love and care about, you know, you're kind of coming to the conclusion that we didn't build our foundation off of stress. We built our foundation off of love. You know when you fight with somebody you love sometimes and then you both kind of look at each other and you're like, what the fuck are we doing? One of my best friends and I are very much so like this, where if we ever get in an argument, it lasts 5 seconds. Like it literally lasts 5 freaking seconds. He's a Leo, okay, and I'm a Cancer. We'll fight, we'll bicker, and even if it turns into anything remotely like toxic for a second or two, it's just boom, done. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like for your next 24 hours, Aries, this is concerning you and somebody you love. The Lover's card could be like your, you know, your partner, but it also could be like your friend or somebody within your family, okay? But it feels like you're going to get into this conflict, but it's going to end just as quick as it starts. You know, the two of you are going to be like, what are we doing? Why are we bickering? Is this worth it? Nope, it's not. Dismissed, okay? With the 8 of Swords coming out here for the outcome. And in situations and relationships like these, situations like these actually are the best because it's like, listen, doesn't matter what happens. Like we both just let it go. We move forward because we focus on what? The foundation, right? What is the foundation of a relationship? Are we friends that love each other? Are we lovers that love each other? Are we family that's always going to love each other unconditionally, right? I think that you and this person kind of realize what your foundation is very easily. So you never get lost in the negativity. You know, it's very hard to get lost in the negativity when the foundation of love between you and this person is so strong. So Aries, in the next 24, if you happen to get into a bickering argument with someone you really love and care about, once again, it's going to end just as quickly as it started. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take that, of course, if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Aries, it's going to be good vibes relatively quickly here between you and this person. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shelro said, Aunt also called my pregnancy. Said the other day in a Scorpio reading there was a surprise pregnancy, and I just found out 5 minutes before listening to Scorpios Daily. We can't hide anything yet. Well, congratulations, Shelro. Happy to predict that for you, and happy for you. Congratulations. Oh my lord. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, those freaking predictions, man. I know that not every prediction I have out there is 100% spot on, but when they hit, you know? Mojo says I have to go back to work. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I'll check your DM afterwards when I finish the daily, but thank you for coming out, Mojo. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, guys. So we finished up the Ram Fam. Fire signs was first. Moving into the next batch, we're going to go on into the water, and let's have a look here at Scorpio, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Messages for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24. You guys did have a 6 of Wands come out, so there could be some sort of success showing up here for Scorpios at this time. 6 of Wands is a card here of like building a successful path, a successful legacy, a successful empire. There's a lot of different words coming to me at this time, Scorpio, but yeah, you're like building something very successful. Some of you could be signing things over to your kids, like signing over like an account, right? Putting an account in your children's name. You could be signing over a business to your kids is what I'm seeing for some of you guys as well. So yeah, if you're a Scorpio and you're older, or you realize you're getting older, contracting a will, making sure that you're just passing things on to your loved ones. I do see that that message showing up here for some of you. Okay, let's get on into it though. Let's see what's going on here for Scorps in the next 24 hours. Starting out with the overall energy, we do have here the Knight of Swords. looking at your current energy, we have here the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, what it is you're dealing with, Judgment in reverse, and then the outcome for you, Three of Swords in the upright position. So, interesting vibes showing up here for you guys. Knight of Swords here all the way to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel like patience is wearing thin in a situation. You want something done quick and fast. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, Judgment in reverse, this is the energy of like, how do I say this? It could be the energy of rejection. Why do I feel like someone's drawing something out, Scorpio, and you kind of already know? Like, for example, let's say that you tried to, you went to an interview for a job, and then you kind of had this gut feeling for a while, this job's not hiring me, but they're taking forever to get back to you. It's like, can you just tell me I don't have the job already, so I don't need to sit here with a bunch of anxiety, you know, clamping onto my chair, like, what the hell is the answer going to be? You know, you kind of feel like there's been some sort of prolonged thing happening intuitively, this prolonged ending or this prolonged rejection, and it's like, can we just get it over with? Can we rip the Band-Aid? Like, I don't want to sit here waiting for that moment or dreading that moment. I'd rather just somebody give it to me straight. So, you know, Scorpio, I know it's not the most positive reading to show up here for you, but I do feel like you're at that point in time where it's like, I'd rather somebody tell me something straight up rather than being in the energy of waiting and being a little anxious while I'm waiting here. So, you know, it could be about a job for sure. Like if you did an interview, it could be about a relationship for some of you. You might feel like somebody's kind of dragging you along. And if that's the case, you know, I would definitely say confront that person, right? I think in relationships, if you feel like somebody's checking out or if somebody's like looking for an out, then you notice it and you pick up on it. You know, you should ask that person for reassurance. You should be like, listen, where are you at in the relationship? What do you want? And let's have an honest conversation about things. And if you want to go forward with me, let me know. And if you don't, let me know now as well. Because I don't want to be dragged around, you know? That's how I am personally. I love checking in my relationship. I do check-ins as much as I can. And, you know, if my person was to say, listen, I'm not on the same space or page and I don't want to go forward with you, like, I'd be like, okay, like, I'm glad to know that. At least it hurts, but I'm glad to know that rather than continue going on thinking something differently, wasting my time. So Scorpios, my advisement for you is that if you feel like you're being dragged along, if you feel like there's a prolonged ending happening here where somebody's just not, you know, coming forward with you, saying, listen, I'm either rejecting you or I'm no longer wanting to be with you. If you feel like there's some sort of prolonged ending happening, I would definitely reach out and say what you need to say here with the Knight of Swords. I would communicate towards them and check in with them and just see where things are at and where things are going. Hopefully they'd be honest. That's a hope. You can't control whether or not they'd be honest, but hopefully they would. But I think taking action right now is way better than kind of waiting for what you intuitively feel is inevitably happening. Does that make sense, Scorpio? So if you feel like your person's going to break up with you, it's like, it's probably better to reach out and say, hey, do you still want to be a part of this relationship than to wait for them to break up with you, even if they're gonna or not gonna, because they might not. You know, your intuition can certainly be wrong. If you feel like a job is taking way too long to get back to you and you kind of have this intuitive feeling that you're not going to get the job and you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, call them and be like, hey, what's the update of, you know, the status of, you know, the interview? What were you guys thinking, right? Sometimes the best thing we can do is just ask. I think most of the time we wait for shit to happen in life, but just asking can get us the answers we need. And when we ask, at least we know, right? All right, the Scorpio, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless, okay? All right, Scorps, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our water. We also did our fire. We're going to hop on into the air signs now. Jumping into Team Air Sign, let's have a look here at Aquarius for your next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here for the Aqua Gang? Eclipse Chaser said, just look at this beautiful soul family you have built. I think God every day for the fact that the community that's been built on this YouTube channel is so rare. So fucking rare, honestly. And I don't think I've ever seen a community like it. And I think that that's what's so amazing about every one of you that are in this chat or come out every day or that are subscribed to me. It's like, you guys are a community that I don't think I've seen anywhere. And the fact that it's a community I can proudly say that I started is actually something that's really, really wonderful and amazing. You know, I've never seen more uplifting people. I've never seen more positive and loving people, especially not just to me, because it's different, right? It's different when you have a community that's very like loving and whatnot to the person that they watch and that they enjoy. But it's different now in my community where you guys are loving and amazing to each other and not just to me. You know what that means? Or you know what I mean, right? It's not just about me. It's about like genuinely being fucking kind and awesome to everybody else. And that's what I love. And like, I never want people to feel like I'm hot shit, worship me. I don't do that shit, okay? I'm a regular dude. I'm Ant. I am you. You are me, okay? So I would never want somebody to look at me and be like, we need to worship this dude. Fuck no. But I love that you guys aren't always just so focused on only giving me love and then being toxic to other people. No, you guys are as loving as you can be to me, and everybody else here are part of this community. And that's what's so amazing. And that's something I didn't expect, you know, but it's something that was built. And I'm grateful for it every day. Genuinely, every freaking day, you know? So just throwing that out there. You guys are the soul tribe, and I appreciate the hell out of you. I really fucking do, man. I really do. Unapologetic Converse says, by the way, this is my new channel. In case you're wondering why I resubbed, I deleted my old Google. You're good. Don't worry about it. YouTube anyways is like very odd with like channels and things of that nature. I'm pretty sure like if you're inactive now for like a year or maybe less than a year on your YouTube channel, it like unsubscribes you from every channel you were ever subscribed to. So like Google has a bunch of new policies that even like YouTubers just don't know or can keep up with anymore. So it's odd. Aquarius, I promise we're getting to your reading. Sorry guys, I got an influx of comments. Zia said, we love you, Ant, and thank you for being here. Well, thank you for being here too. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Aisha. I appreciate that too. All right, guys, let's go ahead and hop on into Aquarius. I know Aquas are waiting, and then I'll go chat. I'll make sure I make time to chat with you guys too as well, okay? All right, everybody. So what do we got going on here for the Aquarius? What's happening here for Aqua, baby, in the next 24 hours? What's going to be going on here for Team Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get 2 more shuffles. And we'll see what's up here, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What do we got going on here for the Aqua gang? Aquarian, overall energy here is going to be the 4 of Pentacles. You could be connecting here possibly with a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I heard the most random message, Aquarius. It says, you have the floor now. Okay? You have the floor now. Meaning, like, do you know when people, like, tell you that when you're, like, about to go up on like a stage, like the floor is yours, okay? Some of you might be really nervous to do some sort of public speaking. Do you have to speak at a wedding? For some of you, maybe that might be the case. You might be speaking at a wedding. Maybe you're a little nervous about that. Maybe you have to present something in your company or business. But there's like this nerve-wracking energy of like the floor is yours, like something needs to be presented or said. So there could be public speaking at play. If that's the case for you, count down from 5, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and start talking. Immediately, you're going to tap into what you need to do. Just throwing that out there. Really, really great thing to tell people because Mel Robbins teaches this. If you want to tap in and do something without fear and eliminate fear, count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do it. Once you go ahead and get down to 1 and jump right into the thing you're doing, literally inside your brain, it locks you in and focuses you up. So if you have any sort of fear there, just telling you count down from 5, jump into what it is you got to do. Looking into your current situation, Aquarius, we do have here the 4 of Swords in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, we do have here the King of Swords showing up in the upright position. So let's look at the general aspect of your reading here today. So we start with the 4 of Pence and the Magician in reverse. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the feeling here for you. It's like you're a little withdrawn right now. I think that in terms of doing something or showing up, it's kind of like you'd rather stay to yourself. I do see that if somebody's making plans with you, Aquarius, you're probably going to want to stay home tomorrow rather than go out and continue with those plans. Looking at what you're dealing with, though, 4 of Swords reversed. You don't want to show up in a situation, but you're recognizing that you have to. You don't feel like bossing up in a situation, but you acknowledge that you have to. You know, it is what it is. You don't want to do something, but I got to do it. And I think there's a lot of responsibilities and a lot of situations like that we're all going to encounter within our lives. You know, there's a lot of things maybe we don't want to do, but we know we have to do them. You know, maybe some of us don't want to work. Honestly, I think the whole world doesn't want to work. If we all can just have everything we have, but enjoy our days doing whatever the fuck we want, we would, right? But at the end of the day, what do we need? We need money. We need money to exist and live in the world. So it's like, hey, I may not want to go to work tomorrow, but I got to because I got to pay the bills, right? So at the end of the day, Aquarius, I really feel like you want to withdraw from something, but you know it has to get done. And moving into your next 24 hours, looking at the outcome, King of Swords, you're locking in over here. King of Swords is about getting focused and getting things done. It's about being disciplined as well. People that are disciplined most of the time don't want to do what they're doing, okay? Let's say if people are disciplined in terms of going to the gym all the time, you get fucking tired of going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week, okay? You can get exhausted from doing that shit, but disciplined people say, even if I'm exhausted, I'm still going. Right? I may not want to do it, but I gotta do it. Point blank, period. So I get that feeling here for you. All right, Aquarian, moving into your next 24 hours where it's like you're locking in. There might be something coming up for you that you don't initially feel like showing up and doing, but you're going to do it anyways, and you're going to crush it, and you're going to get it done. And I love that for you. You're going to be okay. All right. One thing I will say, though, Aquarius, is when you kind of find yourself, let me try to consolidate this message because I'm trying to figure out how to say it. If you are a person, this goes for anybody, that finds themselves often struggling to do the things you need to do, ask yourself, are you giving yourself enough free time when you genuinely have free time? When you're a person who feels like you struggle to do the tasks you need to do when you need to do them, are you giving yourself enough free time when you actually have free time? Because if you feel like you're slacking off when you need to do shit, but when you have free time, suddenly you're energized, something got to be changed. Something needs to be flipped. Okay? Random message if somebody needs that. All right? So learn to rest more when it's time for rest. Make sure you are taking advantage of that and resting more. You know, have more fun when there's time for fun because there's a time and place for everything. Make sure you're having fun. Don't miss out on those moments. Use it to the best advantage and make sure you rejuvenate. You know, especially if you find yourself where it's like in moments where I need to show up, I just can't because I have no energy or I just don't feel like doing it. Like if that's the case for you, make sure when it's rest time, you're getting that rest. You feel me? All right, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Just throwing that out there because I've definitely been there before too, you know? When is my rest time? My rest time's the weekends, you know, certain times in the day. And I notice like when I don't take advantage of that, you know, when I got to show up and do what I got to do I want to do it? I'm like, no. You know what I mean? You know, if I don't buy groceries for 2 weeks and I'm like, holy shit, there's no groceries in the house. And now I got to, you know, not do this video or those 3 videos today because I got to go grocery shopping. So I got to schedule them the next day. It's like, if I would have just went grocery shopping the day I should have, I wouldn't have had to, you know, mess the time up or mess up the schedule, right? So also I feel for people who are watching and that resonate with that, focus on structure in your life and scheduling. Scheduling is so good, man. You guys have no idea. If you don't have a schedule right now, you're not taking advantage of optimizing your life to the best of your ability. And I know that sounds so fucking dramatic, but seriously, scheduling and planning out your day is wild. The shit you can accomplish, the tasks you can do are phenomenal. Okay? So if anybody hasn't done that yet, I really advise try giving yourself a schedule in the day. I'm not talking like your normal schedule for work. I go in at 9, I leave at 5. I mean, literally start planning out what you want to do. I want to go eat at like 12. So we'll eat at like 12, we'll eat breakfast or like a brunch, or maybe we'll do lunch, whatever. And then later on, I know that around 2 p.m., I'm going to go ahead and have my break from work. So at my work on break, I'm going to go read 10 pages or like 30 pages of this book I want to read. So on my break at work, I'm going to read this book. And then when I go home, I'm going to walk the dogs. After I walk the dogs, I'm going to make sure that I schedule at least an hour in to watch my favorite TV show. Then after that hour of that TV show, I'm going to go ahead and allow myself to work on my side business, right? Whatever it is, if you have a schedule, it also primes you and optimizes you to want to actually do the things you need to do. For some reason, when you have a schedule and a time frame, it makes it almost kind of easier to do the things you have to do. So random message there too, just if you have any sort of schedule or you come up with one, it kind of makes it easier to get things done. I think that, you know, free flow can be awesome. Going with the flow sometimes can make you feel very good and creative and get a lot done, but just having that schedule and having that structure really makes it a heck of a lot easier. You know, it's like, why do you think bosses have, you know, their what are they called right now? Their assistants. You know, they have their assistants to stay on par and task. You know, if you can be like your own little assistant in a way, there's a lot you can accomplish in your life. There really is, you know, so just throwing that out there, guys. But either way, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our water and our air. We're going to hop on into the earth in a few. I love how Echo goes 3 pages a minute. You've really analyzed how many pages I said to read. Listen, I don't read books. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't. And I should. I have a few books I have read. I'll be honest about that. There's a few books I have read. And that have been very valuable to me, but it really has to pique my interest. I am the guy that'll watch the movie over reading the book. And I know that that might disappoint a lot of people, but I'd rather watch the movie. But I'm also all about visualization, like, or not visualization, like seeing it. You know what I mean? I like seeing the visuals. For some reason, when I see something, it just makes more sense to me than reading it, you know? But that's just me. For sure, for sure. Set goals, and if they fall through, you can re-examine them later. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I keep like my little booklet always on the side over here. I have these like drawers that are by my desk. So anytime you want to write down what goals you want to do, what goals you want to get done, it's like if you miss the mark, reevaluate what that goal is and then come up with a different plan and write down the plan so you can take a plan of action, which is really cool. Amy said, I love the way that you chat with us in between readings. Nobody minds if you take a minute. That's what makes you special. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. What books did you read? Well, Psycho-Cybernetics is a good book, if anybody ever wants to go ahead and read that. I'm trying to think of what the Law of Attraction book is called, because I remember it's called The Secret. I read The Secret a long time ago, though. I read The Secret when I was like 18, 19 years old. You know, in terms of books, not a lot. 1984, good book, but not a lot, you know? But probably the most recent, Psycho-Cybernetics, really, really good book for sure. Echo said the last book I read was The Outsiders and Junior High School. That's what's up. I had to read that too in school too. Yeah, for sure. I need to get a tattoo. That's the goals on my skin. That's what's up, protagonist. I do need to make time to get tatted because I got to finish this sleeve already, guys. I got this sleeve done in like 2 months, this entire sleeve on my left arm. Okay. No, longer. That's a lie. Like 4 months. Okay. But I did get it done very fast because it was so funny to me. I remember I got my first tattoo when I was 18 and I didn't know how my parents were going to react to me. And this was my first tattoo, the third eye over here that a lot of people think is Illuminati. It's just the third eye. I promise you. I thought the triangle was suiting. Okay. I got that as my very first tattoo. 3 weeks later, I got the tragedy faces over here. 3 weeks later, you know, I got the roses. 3 weeks after that, I got this. So I just made sure I got my sleeve as quickly as possible. But back in the day, I felt more creative on what I wanted. Nowadays, I don't know what the hell I want to fill in this space. You know, I got this big ass owl with the skull. I have my lion over here. You know, I have Artemis, the huntress here. I don't know what else I want to fill in my freaking arm. You know, but I do want to get it done because there's so many different spaces on my body that I want to tattoo. But yeah, you remember seeing the movie 3 times? Oh yeah. They have the audio of The Secret on YouTube. Yeah, I saw. See, audiobooks I feel would be awesome for me. I should listen to those in my car. I should actually try that. I think doing audio books would be pretty smart, especially when I'm driving because I drive a lot. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. The tragedy faces tattoo is cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. The story behind that tattoo is that we're human. You know, tragedy faces. We're going to be in high vibration, low vibration, happy and sad. It's a part of life. That was my memory over there, was to always remind myself that, you know, nothing's ever permanent. Everything's temporary. Every state of being is temporary. You know, your happiness or your sadness, it's not going to last forever. You know, we're going to go through the flow and range of emotions, and that's okay. That's what makes us human. The last book you read was by Brian. It was Brian Stevenson's Mercy. Interesting. I would be lying to you if I told you, Julie, I know that book. I really would be. I really would be. You're supposed to get tatted in New York today. What happened to the appointment? Did Mercury retrograde on it? Might have. Might have retrograded on it. You want me to get a unicorn tattoo? I don't know. I don't know. Not a unicorn tattoo. I got ideas though. I do know, I'm not going to talk about it because I usually keep my tattoos a secret before I get them. I do know one tattoo I want, but then I probably need to figure out at least like 2 or 3 more to get after that one. So got to have a lot of ideas. Yeah, a lot of ideas for sure. Do constellations. I thought about it, but I feel like that's basic though. For me at least, right? I feel like that's basic. For people who have constellation tattoos, shout out to you, no disrespect. You know? A sword tattoo. I thought about it, but then I also said I feel like that's basic too. I almost did like a sword through the roses here, but I didn't end up going with it. But I do need to get touch-ups on these tattoos because these tattoos are like 4 years old now without a single touch-up, but they still look pretty good, you know? Still look pretty good. But I'm thinking about it though. We'll see. What's my mother's zodiac? She's a Capricorn. So my mom's a Capricorn and I'm opposition of her. I'm a Cancer. And I'm a Cancer, my sister's a Cancer, and then my half brother is a Gemini. Your favorite book is The Clan of Cave Bears, a beautiful story, and named my daughter after the main character. Oh, that's cute. That's awesome. You got a dragonfly right before Christmas. That's cool. Very, very cool. Why not a moon tattoo? I've thought about it. So on the back of my ear, is it this one? It's this side, I think. I have the Ohm symbol. I think on the other side, on the back of my ear, I'm going to put like actually my logo. So we'll have the C with the moon for C Moons or CancerMoonsTarot. So I do think that that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm probably going to get my logo tatted to match the other side. And we'll put like a little moon in there as well, more than likely. Dolphin tattoo's dope. A couple of palm trees too. Nice. For sure. Egyptian tattoo. Cool. Hell yeah. Drew a crab or a sun. Honestly, I've thought about getting a crab, but I feel like I don't know where to put it because it doesn't fit with any of my theme of my tattoos. Because my tattoos are either skulls and dark, very meaningful tattoos, animals, and, you know, like Greek gods and goddesses. That's literally what my tattoo styles are here at the moment. I do know for my legs, it's all going to be pretty like heavy emo shit. Okay. So, you know, when you see my legs get tattooed, it's going to be like more skulls and like death and just creepy stuff. But I'm not sure where I would put a crab. I feel like the only place I could put a crab would be like, I don't know where I would put a crab. I really don't know. I feel like it wouldn't fit anywhere, but it would be so cute though. Getting a little crab would be so cute. I think. Oh no, hold on guys. This might sound a little funny to you, but I saw this meme a long time ago on TikTok of a crab holding a knife, and I thought to myself that would be a really funny tattoo. And now I think I have to put it on my legs. And I think my girlfriend would genuinely laugh at that and love that tattoo too. So now I think I have to get a tattoo of a crab holding a knife on my legs. That would be really funny. And it has no meaning, by the way, guys. It's just a crab that has a knife, you know? A crab tat on the throat? No. Definitely not. But I do want to get my neck tattooed for sure. Well, yeah, the current logo has a crab on it. I don't know if I'm going to do the current logo, though. I might be doing like the OG CancerMoonsTarot logo, but we'll see. Crab with a sword and cards. That's what's up. You got an Archangel Michael tattoo? That's dope. I love that for you, Julia. That's sick. Merlin, okay, so you know what video I'm talking about then. I'm happy you know what video I'm talking about. That video is so funny. People are going to be like, what does that tattoo mean to you? I liked it, so I did it. Tattoos to me don't have to have meaning. Like a lot of my tattoos have meaning. Actually, almost every single one has a meaning behind it, but like I can get anything tattooed and wouldn't really care, you know? So for me personally, I don't think tattoos have to have meanings. I think it's a form of art and expression and just like fucking have fun with it. I've never been a person who gives a shit about tattoos. Like if my best friend tattoos their face tomorrow, I'll probably say it's not a good idea. But if they did it, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to be like, okay, you know, I don't really care. Personally, I don't, but yeah, it's whatever people want to do, man. Express yourself, live your best life. All right, guys. So moving in though, now into our earth signs, we did our Taurus. Let's go Capricorn. Let's see what's going on here for Team Cappy. What's going to be going on here, baby? Messages here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Capricorn, we're going to get ourselves one more shuffle. Look at you guys coming out here, the devil. So Capricorn's energy is showing up in today's reading, but let's get one more shuffle, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Capricorn, overall energy for you is going to be the Hangman card. So you could be dealing potentially here with a Pisces for a few of you. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the Six of Swords, what it is you're dealing with. We do have the Magician in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for Capricorns, we have here the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. So looking into your next 24 hours, two zodiacs you could be dealing with. You might be connecting with a Virgo or possibly a Pisces. Now, I do want to say here with the Hangman to the Six of Swords, it's a little difficult because there is forward movement that's trying to happen or take action. Not even. There's forward movement happening for you, but you don't see it. Things in your life are moving for you. Things in your life are changing. Things in your life are happening, but you don't see it. Remember, life is really all about perspective and perception. So if we can't see the things in our lives changing, we're going to be under the impression that life isn't changing when it is. We're all under the impression that the earth is not spinning because it feels like we don't feel the gravitational pull, right? We all think that earth isn't spinning, but it is. Or we all feel like it isn't spinning, but it is, right? It's the same thing with perception. It's like things are moving in your life, but you don't feel that they are because you don't see it happening, right? So Capricorn, looking at what you're dealing with here, Magician in reverse, it almost kind of feels to me like right now you're like, Ant, the things that I'm trying to manifest just aren't manifesting. It's just not happening. Now, I used to be this way a lot, for sure. I used to be this way all the time in my life where I was, especially in my journey of like learning law of attraction and manifestation at first, I used to be like, man, I've been manifesting this thing for 3 months and nothing has freaking happened. You know, is it even happening? Has it ever happened? Is manifestation real? I used to really like, doubt myself and doubt what was happening for me. What I learned is that everything was already happening and going according to plan, but I couldn't see the plan because I was only focused on the expected outcome, on the desired results. So sometimes in life we have to remember things are always moving and happening around us, but even if we don't have our desired result yet, things are still happening. Does that make sense? I'm trying to like conform my words here, but Mercury always has this restriction in regards to me speaking. It's always hard for me to get a sentence out, and I feel that a way will resonate with you. But nonetheless, things are always happening around you, even if you don't see it. So Capricorn, like let's say in terms of manifestation, maybe right now you're manifesting like a new job. And you're like, well, a new job hasn't come into my life yet. Well, maybe things need to unfold first to get to that new job. In terms of manifestation, the way it works is that to get from point A to point B, the universe has to break down what doesn't resonate first and then guide you through a series of events to get to where you want to go. So let's say you want to get this new job and tomorrow you get fired. You might say to yourself, well, what the fuck? I manifested a new job and all I did was get fired. Well, maybe you needed to be fired to be not in that same job so that you could find and come into alignment with the new job you really wanted. Now, a lot of people would be like, damn, I lost my job while I tried to manifest something new. That sucks. Well, how the hell could you have a new job staying at the same job you're at? There needed to be a series of events that needed to unfold to get you from point A to point B. You feel me? So I see here for Capricorns, you're just like looking at life and you're like, damn, it feels like nothing is going for me. Nothing is moving for me. Capricorn, everything that you set out to happen is going according to plan. And I want you to realize that. And I'm saying this with love and passion. I am not yelling at you. I'm telling you everything that you set out to do, everything you set out to manifest is going according to plan. You might not see it right here, right now, but inevitably you will see how you got from point A to point B. Okay? So trust the process. Looking at the outcome here, Four of Pentacles, right now you're in a space and time where you're kind of reconsidering to yourself, is what I'm doing even working? Capricorn, it's working. So all I need you to do is to sit back, relax, trust the process, and know that what you set out to do is unfolding for you. This doesn't mean stop taking action. This doesn't mean put your life on pause, but this means maybe try a different perception. Maybe think to yourself, maybe everything is going according to plan right now, even if I can't necessarily see it. Maybe everything is working out for me, but I just can't see it happening right now, and that's okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to see what's working out for me yet. Maybe it's going to be a giant surprise. Who knows? But Capricorns, things are going according to plan, okay? So I want you guys to sit back, relax, be at ease, and I want you to try to open yourself up to that perception that everything that's happening right now is happening for you, and even if you don't see it, things are going on in the background, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, by the way, thank you so much, Lily Jan, for subscribing. Really, really appreciate that. So thank you, Capricorn, for tuning in. Of course, do take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. I can't tell you guys the amount of times in my life when I used to think that what I was manifesting wasn't working. I used to think that, oh my God, nothing's working. What I manifested, it isn't coming. And then it would come like, a few weeks later, a few months later. And I was like, wait, I thought this wasn't working out for me, but it did. When 99.9% of the bad shit happened in my life, I used to think that I was an unlucky person until I realized that the things that I called bad were just things that needed to be broken down to get me to somewhere better. So when in terms of manifestation, it's like we got to break down where we're at currently to go through a series of events to align to where we really want to be. It's what it is. It's what it is indeed. Locks for Love Tarot said, Ant, what I tell people who don't think that they're book people is I tell them what you said. You just have to find something that catches your interest. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't hate books or hate the idea of reading. I just have to be really interested in the book to read it. For me, I'd rather watch a movie than read a book. But if there's a book that genuinely seems super interesting, then yeah, fuck it, I'm going to read it for sure. That's how I feel about reading personally. Yeah. But one thing I will disagree with, though, is that there are books that are better, or there are movies that are better than books. I think that because I did read the Harry Potter books and the movies were way better. And a lot of people might disagree with that. But the Harry Potter movies, in my opinion, were much better than the books. But when you think about it, too, it's just because of the actors, right? So yeah, that's what it is. All right, guys, moving on forward. We're going to go back on in now officially into our fire. Going into fire signs, let's have a look here at the Leo and see what's going on. What do we got showing up here for Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the Zodiac sign of team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? By the way, for the 187 peeps in the chat, if you guys can drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really, really means a lot to me, man. Leo, overall energy here is going to be the world in reverse. So you could be connecting here with a fixed zodiac, such as a fellow Leo, an Aquarius, a Taurus, or a Scorpio. Now, looking into your current energy, King of Pentacles in reverse, looking at what it is you're dealing with, we do have here the Seven of Swords in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for Leos, we do have here the Seven of Pentacles showing up in the reverse position as well. So all four reversals across the board for you. Let's talk about it and see what's going on. World in reverse here, King of Pentacles reversed here, kind of feels like you're in a state right now where it doesn't seem very easy to either let go of the past or move into the new world that you're trying to create. You know, King of Pentacles reverse is the energy of not being very grounded. I feel like what I say to this for you, Leo, is that it's probably time to get more focused on a clear vision. Like if you can ask yourself right now, what is my vision for the next 5 years? If you can't come up with anything, then it's time to start working on a much more clearer vision. Like, I think that that's exactly the idea that I think needs to show up for Leos right now. I feel like if you're in the space where you don't know what you want your new world to look like, you're going to be in the same old world on repeat, doing the same thing all the time, getting the same exact results. And especially if these are the results that's not making you happy, then something's got to change. And I feel like what has to change is what is your clear vision? What is your clear vision? Where do you imagine yourself in 5 years? If you cannot come up with an answer for that right now, then something has to change. So that's what I see showing up here for Leos, because looking at what it is you're dealing with here, Seven of Swords reverse, it's like you're not trying to hurt yourself and you're not trying to put yourself in a position that might bite you in the butt. But ultimately, it's just like, I don't know where I want to go in life or what I want my new world to be. So there's been a major lack of investment here. Looking at the outcome, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Maybe some of you here have kind of been stuck for a while on what you want to do for your career and you haven't had it figured out. Maybe some of you have been stuck on what you want to do with your life overall. And here's the thing, guys, I'm not trying to tell you like you have to have it all figured out, because I'm a person that truly believes that nobody's ever going to have it all figured out. But what I do think is that in terms of like the next 5 years, you know, think about what would be a clear vision of what I want. Like, do I see myself wanting a house in the next 5 years? Do I see myself wanting to be married? Do I see myself wanting to have a lot of friends? Do I see myself wanting to genuinely have a really great job that provides a lot of stable income? If those are all things you see, then those are visions that you can attack and work on. You know, you want to give yourself something to work on going into the near future. And if you don't have that right now, I would say really focus on working on a clear vision, because if you don't work on that vision, it's going to be the same life you're living now 5 years from now. You know what I mean? And if it's a life that's unfulfilling now, then nothing's going to change from now to 5 years ahead. So if you want change, you have to start asking yourself, what the hell do I really want? Start creating that vision. Start looking at what it would look like. Start imagining what you would truly desire. And it doesn't matter if it's out there. It doesn't matter if it seems outrageous. It doesn't matter if it seems like you'll never get it. Just come up with that vision. It can be the randomest thing. Maybe you're a Leo who wants to own a farm of chickens, okay? You know, if you genuinely feel like that's far out for you, it can happen for you in 5 years, okay? If you're a Leo that wants to own a business that's so damn big, it becomes bigger than fucking Amazon, all right? As hard as that may be, it can happen. So imagine that for yourself, okay? Really start taking a look at what your visions are, no matter how far out they may be. Come up with what that vision will look like. Come up with what you would want it to be, and then come up with a 5-year plan. Okay, I'm saying 5 years like it's very important. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but come up with a plan. Maybe a plan for the next year, a plan for the next 6 months, a plan for, you know, the next 2 years to 5 years, whatever the case may be. What do you want to do? Because if you don't figure out what you want to do, you're going to live your life on fucking autopilot. And it's going to be the same shit every day and not a damn difference from now to 5 years ahead. It sucks when it's like that. because that happened to me. My life was the same life for many years, with the same complaints, with the same things that made me unhappy, with the same issues. And I was like, something's got to change. So I needed to think of my vision first so that I could take action to make those changes accordingly. All right? So Leos, get that vision inside your head of what you want it to look like in the next 5 years, in the next month, in the next 6 months. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Whatever your time frame may be. And then start getting to work, guys, because change can certainly happen. And what you want to work towards and what you want to create can certainly happen too. Okay? I love you, Leo. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Koro said, Ant, I repeatedly tried Google Pay and to send you a donation. Google now wants pics of personal ID on my clean record, refusing to send them that. Do you have a mailing address to send a donation? You can send me a donation if you don't want to, if it's giving you trouble on YouTube for Super Chat, you can send me a donation on PayPal. But that's pretty much it because I only use PayPal and I use... Actually, if you go to my description box, you'll see something called Stream Elements. There's a donation link there. If you do want to use that donation link, you can use that too. So you can use the Stream Elements one or the PayPal one. But please know that donations are never necessary. If it's not something that you want to do, don't worry about it. If it's something you want to do, I appreciate it. And that's the ways that you can donate if interested, okay? But if Super Chat's giving you a pain in the butt, unfortunately, Google has a lot of weird issues. I don't know why sometimes. If that's giving you a pain in the butt, try PayPal or try the Stream Elements one, okay? All right, though, guys. So, Leo, thank you for tuning in with me. Appreciate you. And I hope that that message really helps because when I was in a place in my life where I knew what I needed to do, like I knew I needed to create a vision, but I didn't know what vision I wanted. And I think that that might be what a lot of you guys are struggling with right now. It's like, well, Ann, I don't want my life to be the same in 5 years, but like, I don't know what my vision is going to be. Like if you're a person right now and you don't know what you want your vision to be, I think that it's because you're probably very limited in thinking. And it's not me saying this to be a dick, but it's me saying that you're not opening up your mind to the fact that you could probably do more. You're more capable than you think. I think I need to say that for a lot of people because a lot of people don't believe that they're capable enough. A lot of people really don't believe that they're capable enough. And the truth is that you fucking are. Point blank, period. So for anybody watching at this moment in time, remember, a limited mind makes a limited reality. You know what I mean? But an unlimited mind creates unlimited creation. So for anybody watching, whether you're a Leo or not, I really feel like the best thing you can do for yourself is recognize how competent you are and recognize how much you can really accomplish in this world. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our lovely and amazing fire signs. Thank you for coming out today. Moving into the water signs, let's have a look here at the Cancer. All right, what's going to be going on here for Team Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Cancer, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully, all is well. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Knight of Wands in reverse. So you could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, okay? Taking a look here at your current energy, we got the Five of Cups in reverse, taking a look at what you're dealing with, Eight of Wands in the reverse position, and then looking at the outcome, Cancerian, we do have here the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position showing up here for you as well. So Cancer, as far as what I'm seeing for your next 24 hours, Knight of Wands reversed here, Five of Cups reversed here, kind of feels to me like you're not disappointed anymore in regards to a situation. I almost feel like Cancer, you're not disappointed anymore because you're not trying to fix something anymore, is what is showing up for you, Cancer. And I'm very guilty of this because I used to be what is called a fixer. I used to fix a lot of people. I used to try to fix a lot of people. My family used to point it out to me. They're like, Aunt, why do you always date people that you feel like you need to fix? And that was a hard ego blow to me. I used to get angry when people would say that to me, but it was true. I would date people that I always needed to fix or save. You know what I mean? Or I'd have friends that I always needed to be friends with because I needed to save and help them with their problems. And what I really realized over time is that I really needed to save and fix myself. And I didn't for a long time until I realized I needed to. And once I did, I fixed myself. And Cancer, I think you're on that path where you have fixed yourself. You have worked on yourself. You have come to a point where you've started doing what you need to do for you. And you've noticed that the urge to chase and help others isn't as strong as it once was, or the desire to need to fix other people isn't as strong as it once was. So looking at what you're dealing with here, 5 of Cups reversed, it's like I'm not chasing people anymore, and I'm not doing what I can here to be the helper or the fixer. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, 8 of Wands reversed, right now in terms of communication, or right now in terms of reaching out, you're not really reaching out to anybody. You're kind of just doing your own thing. And looking at the outcome, Cancer, Knight of Pentacles reversed, you've shifted your focus and refocused onto you. And don't get me wrong, guys. I think it's important to help people when they genuinely ask for it and need it. I think it's important to show people love and to be there for people. But I think we have to look at sometimes we attract who we are. I think we need to realize that. And I think that if we're constantly attracting people into our life that we constantly feel the need to save, we have to ask ourselves, why are we trying so hard to save other people? Do we maybe need to save ourselves? And that's what I learned on my journey and my path. It was that I really needed to save me, but I was using it as a form of ignoring myself and doing everything I could to save everybody else, you know? And the truth is you can't save anybody unless they want to be. You can't help anybody unless they want to be helped. And I would naturally notice this. You ready? I would try to help people, but they wouldn't want it. And what was that? That was a reflection of myself. I wouldn't be able to help myself because I didn't want the help, because I thought everything was fine. You see how that works sometimes? Our literal beings can be a mirror of the people in our lives, or the people in our lives can literally be a mirror of who we fucking are. It's crazy. So Cancers, for your next 24 hours, I definitely see that you're kind of in that space where you're like, wait, maybe I got to be working on me right now and not these other people. Yeah. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, right? But that's a story that hits hard for me and hits home for me because definitely been there before, for sure. All right, Team Cancer, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in, though. Really appreciate you. Okay? All right, everybody. So all the water signs are done today. All of the fire signs are done as well. Hopping on into the air signs. Let's take a look here at the Libra, and we'll see what we got going on. All right, messages here for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Libra, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be the 4 of Swords in reverse. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the 7 of Cups in reverse. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we do have here the Hangman. And then looking at the outcome, Libra, what do we have? And we have here the Hermit showing up here in the upright position. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or possibly a Piscean as well. Now, Libra, 4 of Swords reversed here, 7 of Cups reversed here as well. It does feel to me like you're moving back into a position where you're focused on something, and what you're focused on appears to be keeping you stuck. I feel like what your next 24 hours is about it's about how am I going to set myself free? Looking at the outcome, the Hermit card is about needing to isolate from what's making you feel stuck or trapped in your life. But what do you need in order to isolate yourself from that? You need the wisdom of how to do that and how to go about it. So I feel like for Libras that are watching, you're starting to get stuck on one specific thing again. And something here seems to be taking up a lot of your time and taking up a lot of your energy. Tell me about the Hangman. 4 of Pentacles reversed, Fool card in the upright. I do think for some Libras, it's kind of hard to adjust living without somebody, whether it was a romantic partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's a loved one. It's hard to live without someone or something, and you don't really know how to adjust. Now, Libras are cardinal signs. You're not mutable. You're not Gemini, right? Gemini is mutable. A Gemini can adapt. They have a certain adaptability that maybe a cardinal sign doesn't. Cancer's cardinal water. Libra's cardinal air. So when you're very used to things being the way they are, you know, sometimes you want to keep them that way. Now, that would be more like a fixed sign energy, you think, right? Because fixed signs, they're very fixated on their current circumstances. But cardinal signs, they can get just as fixated on what their circumstances are too. So I get that sense here for Libras. You're kind of in a space right now where it's weird without somebody, and you're getting stuck back in that energy where it's like, what the hell am I going to do? Because this just feels too weird and too awkward, right? It doesn't feel like normal life. But you know what you have to do already, the Hermit. You know right now at this moment in time, Libra, the best thing that you can do is move on. But how do I move on? I tell this a lot, and I'm going to give you the no bullshit method of how to move forward in life, or how to move on from a person. It comes with acceptance first, because acceptance is key. And if you don't accept right? You're always going to be stuck. So you have to accept first and foremost that something is over. Once you're able to do that, then you're able to heal. You got to accept first, and then you got to invite in what it is you're feeling. If you can't accept what's happening here, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, hoping that a situation returns to, in quotations, normal, or hoping that a situation goes back to the way it was. The reason you're stuck is because you want something to go back to the way it was. But if you can accept change, then you can start to finally feel like you're moving forward. All right, Libra? That would be my advice here for you guys at this time. But I think this is stuff you already know, right? But it's going to be more about like, when are you going to take the first step? When are you going to take the step towards change and being accepting of that change and being accepting of your current circumstance and situation? For sure, for sure. That's really what it boils down to. So of course, Libra, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But in a situation like this, it is definitely going to require having to tap into that energy of acceptance. And once you can go from there, then you can start moving in a new direction. Okay? You got this. You got this. Oh my God, I can't speak. You guys got this though. All right? There we go. Mercury is on my last nerve today in terms of communication, everybody. But you got this for sure. You know, it's one of those things that's not easy, but I promise you, once acceptance comes in, it's going to be a very different feeling here going forward. All right, Libra. I know it may seem like I'm a little harsh today. I'm not trying to be, but I'm sending you tons of love, and I'm also sending you tons of support. Okay, so do hang in there and do your best here to do what you can to move on. I always tell people, guys, moving on is going to give you one or two things. You ready? One of the things it may give you is something better, or moving on can give you what you want back. It's one of those two things. But when we stay stuck, you get nothing, zero. Every time you stay stuck, you get zero. But when you move on, one or two things, either something better or person that you're moving on from realizes that they don't want you to go. They come back, you work your shit out. So that's why moving on is always the best choice, because when you take that action to move forward, you get something out of it. When you stay stuck, you get nothing out of it and you screw yourself. And that's what you never want to do. And that's what I never want to see. I don't want to see you screwed. I want to see you happy. All right, baby. All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all the air. We did all the water. We also did all the fire. Hopping on into our earth sign. Let's have a look here at the Virgo, baby, and see what we got going on. What do we got showing up here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? What's happening for my Virgos? We're going to get two more shuffles, guys, and then we'll hop on into your reading. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and get one more shuffle here, and we'll see what is going on with you. Virgo, overall energy here, Four of Swords coming out. A lot of Four of Swords. I've been seeing this card coming out a lot today. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me fix this real quick. There you go. Perfecto. Virgo, overall energy once again, Four of Swords. Taking a look at your current energy, the Devil, what it is you're dealing with here. King of Pentacles in reverse, and then looking at the outcome, Six of Pentacles in the reverse position showing up here as well. So as far as what I see for Virgo's next 24 hours, Four of Swords to the Devil. This is isolating from the Devil, taking a break from the Devil. I think you're taking a break from something you're noticing has been on your last nerve, whether it is a friend, family member, or a lover. You could be taking a break from a person if they're on your last nerve. You also may be taking a break, though, from something in general in your life that's creating a lot of stress. Have you ever noticed that sometimes we do things in life? All right. And I'm not talking about work because I know that we have to go to work, but sometimes we do things in life that just bring a lot of stress. Maybe we play that video game that we're addicted to, but all it does is stress us the fuck out. And it's almost like, why do we keep playing the same game that we kind of like low-key hate? You know, we keep doing the same things, maybe the same hobbies, and we're like, all it does is bring us stress. Why do we do that? You know, I think sometimes we're so used to being in the environment of stress to the point where we keep on doing stressful things because it's what we're used to. It's what brings us comfort. Believe it or not, guys, I'm going to tell you something, and I might sound like a madman, but this is true. We do things sometimes that'll bring us discomfort, or that'll bring us stress, or that'll bring us anger because we're very used to being in that environment. And being in an environment of positivity and comfort can be weird as shit, so we stick to what we know. I might sound like a madman, but it's very true. So I feel here for you, Virgo, you might be in a position of time right now where you're recognizing, I've been so comfortable in the negative. that I do need to start getting comfortable in the positive. And it's awkward. It's weird. It's a different feeling. But this is the time and place where I really want to change my life. This is the time and place where I really want to escape the devil. And even though I'm used to the comfort of negativity I've been so used to, it's time for me to change so that I can get comfortable in positive energies and so that can be shifted into my new normal. So your entire reading here is really about shifting into the new normal, Virgo. That's what it's really about. It's about making positivity your new normal and not having that energy of negativity or anger be the same consistency you feel in your life on a daily basis. So I see the shift happening here. You're trying to work towards it. And I know right now it feels not so easy. Six of Pentacles reversed. You know, maybe this is the energy of you taking care of yourself and you're like, it feels weird to do that. Maybe this is the energy of like cutting out unhealthy shit and it feels weird because unhealthy shit's always been there. But as weird and awkward as that feels, you know, there's a transformation currently undergoing right now in your life. And the more that you stick with it, Virgo, the more normal your new life is about to become and feel, and the more comfortable your new life is about to become and feel as well. Okay? So like I said, I know I might sound like a madman, but Virgo, definitely going to be a transformative time here for you moving into your next 24 hours. I think you're finally saying to yourself, there's a few things in my life I got to abandon. There's a few things in my life that I think just invite in too much stress that need to get cut out. And even if these things bring comfort, because stress might have been something I was used to feeling, it's time to shift into my new normal. And that's going to be about me taking care of myself, me putting myself in positive energies, me putting myself in surrounding myself with positive people. And even if it's uncomfortable, I will get used to it inevitably, right? All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, guys. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, okay? I feel like today's messages were certainly very intense, so guys, please don't shoot the messenger. But today's messages were certainly very intense, right? But of course, solar eclipse energy, Mercury retrograde energy, right? We have a lot going on right now in our lives, so things are about to get a little bit intense. But you know what I did find very special about a lot of today's messages? It was like, despite how intense they might have been, there's a lot of messages that brought out a lot of real truths and values. That's what I saw personally in today's readings. Lots of truth and values coming out. And even if it sounded a little harsh, I think a lot of messages did come in today with tough love, if you will, in a way that's going to actually help you. I feel like a lot of us are very used to seeking comfort in what we want to hear versus what we need to hear. And today was one of those days that I felt like every reading was about, here's what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And even if you're uncomfortable with it, like this needs to be said. And like, hopefully that resonates with you. I mean, it may trigger you, it may bother you, but let it resonate with you and change your life. I think that that's how these readings were today. And it was very powerful. Very, very powerful. Yeah. Just saying. Very, very cool readings, guys. All right. But like I said, don't shoot the messenger if you get triggered or anything in that nature. Just know, and at any given moment in time, guys, remember too, like anytime we do get triggered, if something bothers us, it's for a reason. Look within. You'll figure it out. Okay. All right, though. But with that being said, guys, thank you very much for coming out here to today's daily reading. Really appreciate it more than you guys know. I hope you had fun here today. And I appreciate you guys being here, especially with all the chatting I did. I know I was a chatty Kathy today, but thank you guys for hanging out and talking to me because I love talking to you. I really do. It's fun. And it's been a good time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed your time here today with me. I do want to mention, everybody, there are still more spots open for personal readings this week. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, check the link in my description below to my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Okay. And then I'll be happy to work with you over there. Today I did upload Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for mid-April 2023. So if you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, check out your mid-April reading. It's already posted on my YouTube channel. Carla, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation, my love. Really means a lot. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, guys, really appreciate you guys. Coming up tomorrow, Moon Talk episode 3. It's going to be out tomorrow. So for those of you that have been waiting on a new episode of Moon Talk, it will be uploaded tomorrow, probably around 12 p.m. or so. So stay tuned for that for the third episode of Moon Talk. Anything else to touch bases with you guys about? I don't think so. In terms of Earth signs, I'm working on your readings for mid-April. Those will be out as quick as I can get them out. And then tomorrow we'll have the weekend reading too. Okay, so I think that's it for updates. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming out. Appreciate you all so much. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But nonetheless, everybody, thank you to everyone being here. Shout out to my moderators. Thank you guys for helping out. Always appreciate you guys too. And I hope you all have a lovely and amazing rest of your day. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-Friday, everybody. And I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Soul family. And guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.